beloveds, and welcome to 2 years on YouTube. And I am surprising myself. April 21st, 2024 marked my second year on YouTube. And if you would ask me a couple of years ago, would I be doing this, I would have looked at you like you had grown another head. It's like, me be on YouTube doing what? But it has been an absolute pleasure. Not only have I reached my 2-year milestone, I've also reached 100,000 views. Woohoo! You see me celebrating in the community tab. I couldn't be more thankful for all of you who've been here on this journey with me, right? I so lovingly thank you for all your watching, all your sharing, being on my lives, watching my videos, anything that you have done, commented, anything you have done to show me love or show, I guess they say the algorithm that is something worth watching or information out there that I'm providing. I thank you. And with that being said, I would be amiss if I didn't ask. If you have not already seen my free masterclass on YouTube, where I'm talking about the foundation of aromatherapy. Yes, my compassion and compassion is for social workers, because I've been one for so many years. and to help us, right? But it's definitely for the masses. But I affectionately reach out and call out my social workers and counselors to look into using aromatherapy for yourself, to help yourself with any and all health challenges that you may be experiencing, may not, and if not, offer or consider a modality to help you with your everyday practice. So if you're looking for something natural, right, to help you navigate through your day, navigate through compassion, fatigue, or stress from high caseloads, then you'll want to watch the master class. Get the foundation of aromatherapy and offer it as a compliment to what you're already doing to your clients or customers, right? So again, I thank you for watching. Been on YouTube 2 years. Woohoo! I don't have my pom-poms. That's not gonna work. I need pom-poms. Okay, it's official now. We have pom-poms. So I thank you all for watching again. Stay tuned for more of me and aromatherapy and all the things. And again, I so appreciate you and all that you've done to support me. Send this very special shout out to all my YouTube sisters and all my YouTube beloveds, as I like to affectionately call you, my natural ally, what we should call nation, natural ally family. I am truly thankful for you. So stay tuned for some highlights of this past year. Bye bye for now. Yay! Happy April, beloveds. April is officially Financial Literacy Month. And last week I did a video with one of my besties, Valerie Southall, who is a 30-year life insurance agent, and she was sharing how life insurance can prevent family chaos. If you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to do so. But in that same vein, right, I've talked about financial literacy before with some of my guests that I've had on the channel. I've had in the month of February, celebrating Black History Month, one of my guests, esteemed guests, Black woman build wealth, Sam. If you haven't seen that video, I'm pointing to it here, and I encourage you to watch it and to subscribe to her channel in order to find out what she can offer you. And she also does one-on-ones in financial coaching. Secondly, I have featured and had on the show Sandra from Black to Legacy, where she's teaching about investing. And right now she has a challenge to get 1,000 Black women into investing. I'll leave a picture of that here. So I also leave links to her video in the description. And if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to do so. And both women talk about financial literacy. They both bring invaluable assets to our community. So in this month of financial literacy, I encourage you to check out both channels, Black Women Build Wealth and From Lack to Legacy. also want to share with you another channel, D-Free Global Foundation. I'll leave a link to that here. I have featured that on my channel once before, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. But D-Free Global Foundation, they talk about, in a faith-based way, approaching being debt-free. They plethora of useful resources, starting from their website, where you can take a facilitator's course if you choose to, in leading a group about being D-free, right? About being debt-free. You can take a course just for yourself if you want to empower yourself with being debt-free. And they have a workbook and online modules and platform. And the bonus part about this is it's all free. It is free. I've gone through both courses as an individual. I've gone through the facilitator's course, where you actually can take the materials that they have online, download them for yourself, and make them your own. So say, for instance, you want to lead a group in being debt-free. You can take the information and the materials that you learn and turn it into your own. Okay? You don't have to necessarily use the platform or the information as is. You can take that information, download it, change it, and make it a fun way to present to a group of people, of like-minded folks who you're trying to do the same thing, be debt-free. Who wouldn't want that? So again, I encourage you to look at Black Women Build Wealth, From Lack to Legacy, and D-Free Global Foundation. So those are just 3 of resources that I'm offering for Financial Literacy Month. And of course, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, or top of this video, that check out Valerie Southall and what information she has to offer about life insurance. 30 years in the industry, very well versed in insurance products and information, and overall what it means to have life insurance and the ease of having it in a way that's beneficial for you or a loved one, right? She's dropping gems and tidbits, and I even share with you a sample of what she offered on her platform, because she is on Facebook. And what is an MIB, right? She's offering you information on how to get them. Why is it important for you to know what is on the MIB? You might say, what is an MIB? Watch the video. And it doesn't mean Men in Black, okay? But it's information you should know that they have out there about you, all right? So I wanted to share that with you for this month, and also to share with you my upcoming event that I'm excited about. I'm going to be on Akashic Living, Brother Andre of Akashic Living, and it's this Saturday. Good day, beloveds. This is a special thank you to all my guests for this Black History Month, helping me to celebrate in a grand way. I put out the seed and you answered the call, and I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done, all that you're going to do. So special shout out to Dr. Sheila for starting month out wonderful. It's celebrating 24 women for this month. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Next, fam of Black Women Build Wealth. Appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for starting off the series as well. Next, shout out to Elsa Soulful, Elsa, and all that you do in our community. Appreciate you, my sister. And thank you for introducing us to our brother, Andre, who helped celebrate with us this month. Thank you, Brother Andre of Akashic Living. Appreciate all that you do and for supporting us this month. Next, special love to Marissa Price, my social work sister. I appreciate you. Send you much love and all that you do. You are truly appreciated. And last but not least, Renee Hughes. Thank you, my sister, for all that you're doing and for holistic practitioners everywhere, right? And then last but not least, Sandra of Lack to Legacy. Thank you for showing up and rounding out the month and helping us to celebrate and what you put out to the universe. You are truly, truly appreciated for what you add to our community. All of you do in any special way. And any of you out there in the audience who do the same that I just simply don't know, I send you love for all that you are doing, right? And showing up and showing out and being your best selves, not only for yourself, but for the community. So I celebrate all of you, again, all of my guests and all of you who watch. I appreciate you. If you haven't seen, we're going to watch a little recap. And make sure to watch each one of the videos and share it with someone you think might enjoy it, right? I appreciate you. Bye-bye for now. Until next time, love you. God bless you and I love you. Like I like to say on my channel, let us continue to what? Learn, grow, and share together naturally. Bye-bye for now. Watch. And we certainly couldn't highlight any and all people we wanted to. We'd be here all night, y'all.
Yes, all night long. And we know a lot of people.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So as we go along in no particular order, we just want you to know that if we miss some people, no worries. Watch. And
entrepreneurship, the way that it was taught to me is very like you have to be bold, pitch your stuff, all these ideas. Okay, a lot of us are taught to shrink as Black women.
All
so
right, y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy February 10th, 2024. Welcome, beloveds. Thank you for being here. Those who are here now and those who will watch the replay. Can I tell you that I have been waiting to do this for a while? I have been waiting to do this for a while, and long and behold, what I've known that I needed to do this in order to honor our next guest today. I feel like she don't need no introduction, y'all. But she does. She is deserving of an introduction. In my Black Women Making History series this month. And if you're new here, I'm Dani, Natural LID, where I am a social worker and aromatherapist, and I marry the two in order to help our overall quality of life and well-being. So that being said, without further ado, I am super excited to introduce our special guest. I must want to call you Queen Stephanie.
I'll take it.
Okay. Queen Stephanie. And those of you who don't know her, right? I feel like perhaps you may be living up under a rock. But she truly, in our community, truly a wonderful lady who is, know anything about her background on her channel, Stephanie Perry and Stephanie Perry Media and Exodus Summit, right? She is a year-round house sitter and creator of House Sitter School, and she helps Black women embrace ease by taking a career break, traveling long-term, and moving abroad. So without further ado, I thank you and welcome Miss Stephanie Perry, our honoree for today.
Yay! I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Lee. I'm so
All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, beloved. Happy February 26, 2024. I thank you for joining us tonight. I am super excited as we bring on our guest for tonight. Oh, I started this series. If you're new here, I am Dani. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist, and I enjoy marrying the two to bring you information to enhance your overall quality of life and well-being. And I started this month of February with Black History Month, Black Women Making History series, right? I started off the month talking about wealth, right? But Black women build wealth. I'm rounding out the month with our special guest tonight, Sandra from Lack to Legacy. And I couldn't be more excited. And before we get started, I'm going to cue up my music here. Got to have me some music, y'all. Alrighty. I'm going to bring her on. I'm going to introduce her. So introducing Sandra from Lack to Legacy. She is the dynamic force behind From Lack to Legacy YouTube channel, where she brings you all things abundance, investment, and mindset. As the driving force behind the platform, Sandra invites you to join a vibrant learning community that delves into live options trading. Woohoo! Live options trading, financial literacy, and she explores the realm of travel and lifestyle. With a passion for empowering others to build legacy of prosperity, all right? Sandra is dedicated to creating an exclusive space where the journey from lack to legacy is not just a transformation, but a shared experience towards financial empowerment and a mindset of abundance. So I cannot be more excited about bringing Miss Sandra on as our lady of the day. Miss Sandra from Lack to Legacy. Woo!
Thank you for having me, Dani. And after that intro, girl, I feel like, wait a minute, I have to live up to that introduction. Nobody does it better. Shannon Sharp ain't got nothing on you, sis.
You're so sweet. I thank you for being here.
I see it for you.
You are so kind. I thank you, my sister, for being here tonight, for gracing us with your presence. Like I mentioned, I started this series talking about building wealth, and I'm rounding it out about building and setting a legacy, right? Yeah. In this month, right? All right.
Thank you for having me, Dani. It is such a pleasure. I saw the guests you had, the esteemed guests that you had on before me, and so many of those ladies are my friends. So it's just good to be in good company.
Amen. I know that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I thank you. You're all the way. Where are you at now, Sandra?
I'm in Malaysia now, so I'll be here for a little bit, and it's beautiful. If you get the chance, put it on your bucket list. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. The standard of living, oh my goodness.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy beloveds. Happy Friday. Happy February 9th, 2024. We're so excited to have you here tonight with our esteemed guest, Elsa. And those of you who are new here, I am Dani, a social worker and aromatherapist, right? I use aromatherapy and marrying the two to help our overall well-being and quality of life. So with that being said, this month's series, you may have seen in the live, I have a series of videos coming out this month. We had last Friday. If you didn't watch it, watch Sam, a Black Woman Build Wealth. We have a Black women making history, right? Making history, no matter how small, how grand, and everything in between. So I wanted to celebrate us and celebrate those who are out here in the community, just being wonderful and fabulous and showing up and being their authentic selves and what their true passions are. And with that being said, my esteemed guest today, she is not new to the channel. I've had her here a few times. And where she is all things resilience. You know, social well-being and resilience is my sister right here, Elsa Soulful Elsa. And just to give a brief introduction, Elsa you're still enrolled, right, of the Robbins, what you call it, Mandates training? Is that my saying?
Madonna's, yes. Intervention, Robin Madonna's training, RMT. Yes.
Yes. And that's where you dive deep into the realms of personal development and strategic intervention.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it touches on the nuances of human behavior and mastering the art of effective communication. She is all about creating positive change and unlocking our potential. And creating meaningfulness in society, whatever it is that you decide to do, right? Being your authentic self. So it is my absolute pleasure to bring Elsa here today to talk about that and to celebrate her and all that she does and showing up in the world.
Dani.
Dani. I thank you for being here tonight. I am celebrating you, my sister, and all that and your tenure in this field, right? I think
Yes.
before you mentioned that you've been in this field for 30 years.
I was 17. Yeah, I started very early. Age 7 to be precise, actually, but it evolved. Yeah, I've been on this path for a very long time. But first, I just want to say, Dani, thank you. And I also want to honor you. You're such an amazing soul, and I love you. You're just such an incredible individual, and I've never honestly met anyone like you. You're just such easygoing, flowing, and I love the way we flow, the way we communicate. I just love everything about you. No resistance. It just makes it so much easier to build with you, to create with you, and to just bounce ideas off with you. And I'm just so appreciative for you. And so therefore I honor you, my sister.
Oh, now she's trying to embarrass me now. She know I take compliments with true humility, because I'm just like, oh, thank you.
So true. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, and you know that.
I know. And I will say that about you. You are one of the more authentically honest people I have ever met. Exactly what's on your mind. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy February 2nd, 2024. Woohoo! And welcome to today's live. I have been so anticipating this series that is coming up. Black women making history out here on YouTube, on social media, as creators, as influencers, and in business, and all things wonderful as we are. So, without further ado, I want to bring on my guest and for those of you who don't know me, I am Dani, social worker and aromatherapist, where I married the two to help enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. So let's get right into it. Welcome all. Now this guest hasn't been on the channel for I think about a year. And I'm super excited to have her back. Last time she was here, it was more of her. I'll let her explain. The last time she was in 2022. So let me introduce my wonderful and special guest, Sam. She is a solo mama of 3 beautiful children and an avid investor who reached Coast 5, also known as fully funded retirement. Woohoo! Who is preparing to move abroad in a few years. On her platform, Black Women Build Wealth, she talks about freedom, right? One way she has chosen to do so is by helping other Black women invest and protect their assets, which I find absolutely admirable, right? Who couldn't use help with that? And she also coaches women getting ready for solo parenting, and also who is preparing to give birth abroad. So if you think about doing that, or you know somebody who is, most definitely share this video with them. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring on my Sam of Black Women Build Wealth. Woohoo! Got me selling. Woohoo! Got my little banner here. Look, I'm breaking it up. Oh, it's so nice to have you.
Hi, Dani. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, what an introduction. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
The honor is all mine, sweetheart. You are, anybody who's been on Black Women Build Wealth lately, you know she got some news coming up. I'll let her talk more about it this coming week. So I feel blessed, y'all, that she took the time on this Friday, her last Friday, to spend time with me and us. So I am super excited about this. All right, everybody. Happy Friday, beloveds, and welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you who are in the chat or who will be joining us tonight in the audience. I am super excited. Again, happy Friday. Happy February 23rd, 2024. Let me cue up my music here as we go along. I am excited about my guest today. A fellow social worker. She's not new to this channel, but I just so adore her. And I look forward to our conversation tonight, and feel free to join in the conversation with us, right? So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my guest, but I'm going to introduce her first, her proper introduction, as we're celebrating Black History Month, and I am celebrating Black women who are making history, and this wonderful sister is no exception. We want to salute her and give her flowers today and hear how wonderful and what she's doing in our community. And if you're new here, I am Dani. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist, where I marry the two, right? To bring you information to enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. So again, welcome everybody. Say hello in the chat when you get here. So excited to see you. So getting to our guest, Miss Marissa Price. MSW is a multi-passionate social worker dedicated to supporting Black women on their journey to freedom and well-being. With her unique background spanning from banking and mental health advocacy, right? Having recently exited a toxic job in economic development. She now assists Black women with building digital businesses and healing from toxic work environments and systematic oppression. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on, as we celebrate this day, our wonderful sister, Marissa Price. Yay! Welcome!
Hey, oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome, my sister. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I am honored. I just have to say that. I am honored when I saw this request come through. So thank you so much.
Oh, it is my absolute pleasure. It is my honor, sister, to have you on and just to know you, right? Like I mentioned, you're a fellow social worker, and I'm super excited when I first saw you. I don't know whose platform I saw you on. I want to say it was Dr. Kamani's platform. I was like, a fellow social work sister. We got to connect.
Yes. Yes.
Good day, beloveds, and welcome. Welcome to today's episode, which is very special to me. We have a very special guest today featuring in our Black History Month or Black Women Making History series. And this guest is not new to this audience, but she is definitely has a special heart, special place in my heart. You know, and I'm sure you're going to love it. For all of you who are aroma enthusiasts, who are aroma specialists, and anyone who's in the holistic practitioner world, stay tuned. This is an interview you'll want to watch. And without further ado, I'm going to bring on my wonderful guest today, Renee Hughes of the Aroma Specialist.
You're welcome. This is so nice. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really love it.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. And those of you who are new here, I'm Dani. Of Natural LID. I'm a social worker and an aromatherapist, but I have married the two to bring you information about your overall quality of life and well-being, right? So, getting to our guest, I'm going to introduce her, and we'll get into our video for today. Alrighty. So, again, Renee is not new to this channel, y'all, but I'm going to read your bio. You will want to know this wonderful lady who is making history in the Black history world. Alrighty. Renee is a trailblazing, six-figure aromatherapist and holistic mentor who has shattered the myth that success in the clinical industry, right, requires endless hours and burnout. Woo, thank God for that. The part-time approach. Renee has achieved remarkable financial success, but has also not only achieved remarkable financial success, but has supported hundreds of practitioners, such as myself, through her masterclass and workshops. Renee is a certified professional aromatherapist and natural health consultant, and she understands the challenges that many clinical holistic practitioners face, right? Feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and unsure how to effectively communicate their value. That's why she has dedicated to showing clinical business owners that a thriving thriving business and personal well-being can coexist harmoniously. Oh, that's music to my ears, y'all.
There's a mouthful in it.
Music to my ears. I cannot thank you enough for all that you're doing and have done and will do in this space, being a mentor, for holistic. Yeah, for holistic practitioners such as myself who need some help. Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy February the 12th, 2024. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us now or if you're joining us on the replay, I'm super excited tonight, and we know it is late, but I promise you it's going to be well worth your time to watch this either now or on the replay as I bring two special guests here tonight. One who has been with us before and a new soul who has not been on this channel but super excited to collaborate with tonight. And if you're new here, I am Dani, social worker and aromatherapist, where I marry the two to help our overall well-being and quality of life. And in this month, we're celebrating all things Black History Month and celebrating beautiful souls who are showing up and doing things that are amazing for our community. And these two souls are no different. I look so forward to this collaboration, and I know you will too. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring up on the stage, first and foremost, my sister who's been here before, Miss Elsa. I believe she needs no introductions. You've seen a couple of videos and we've collaborated together. But just to give you a little bit of her background, she is a visionary leader in resilience coaching, where she exemplifies excellence and has set new standards for success. Her journey, her personal journey, is a source of inspiration for aspiring trailblazers. You'll have a chance to check out her bio. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Elsa to the stage to help me welcome today's guest. Woohoo! Elsa, welcome for being here, sweetheart.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you for this warm introduction.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to be here tonight. Yep.
So wonderful to have you back, and thank you for gracing us with your presence in this late hour.
Late hour indeed.
But it's going to be well worth it, everybody. Well worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you for coming back again. And I want to bring on our brother here, our spiritual, wonderful brother, Andre, who I so graciously met through Elsa, right? And it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know him. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll get to know this beautiful soul as well. I think you'll agree. And with tonight's I'm not going to say presentation, if you will, is definitely worth your time getting to know Brother Andre. And before I bring him on the stage, I want to read a little bit of his bio, y'all. And I had it in front of me. Okay. Let's see. He is the founder of Akashic Living. Ooh, if you know anything about that, you should get excited right there. And he's a founder of Akashic Living, a meditation and personal development company. Okay. As a leader, he's deeply committed to guiding and supporting individuals on their journey of self-love and inner transformation. In 2011, he took a personal awakening, began with exploration of Eastern spiritual disciplines, including meditation, ancient wisdom, teachings, I'm gonna say it right, Reiki, yoga, and Qigong. I think I got that one right. His quest took him across the United States and abroad, where he studied under esteemed spiritual leaders such as Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, Deepak Chopra, one of my favorites, and Mary Morrissey, and many others. He is a certified chakra meditation instructor and a graduate of Myrna Brine School of Mindfulness. Ooh, we love us some mindfulness. He is also the host of Akashic Living podcast, right? Where he has lighthearted conversations about meditation and consciousness. And his educational pursuits include business administration, master's in business administration and healthcare management. And last but not least, he has over 2 decades of experience in leadership roles within Fortune 500 companies across technology, healthcare, and insurance sectors. I've said a mouthful, y'all. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on Brother Andre. Woohoo! Thank you for being here.
Peace and blessings, Dani. Peace and blessings, Elsa. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Oh, good. And let me turn off my YouTube thing in the background. It's funny. Okay. All righty. It's such a pleasure to have you both tonight, gracing us with your presence and given Andre's extensive meditation experience and background, we thought we would lead with whatever you want to lead us into. I'll let you take it away from here. What you want to lead us into?
Hey, you know what? So I look at this as a soulful conversation, right? So nourishing for the soul. And you know, in our community before we always say grace, right? So I find it kind of fitting to just start with a word of prayer to allow us to come into alignment and to affirm, you know, the truth of this conversation, the truth of each and every one of us, and the truth of who we are as divine beings. So if you don't mind, I'd rather we just move into a sense of gratitude.
Nobody said that they love you today. I'm sending you love. God bless you, and I love you. I hope you're enjoying this month's series. Look forward to more to come. And I appreciate each and every one of you who watch, who share, who like, or just do anything special and send positive, loving, knowing thoughts to me as I do this service and work that I do here on YouTube. So I just wanted to come on and bless you and send you a special Valentine's Day.
We honor every single one of you sincerely. This comes from the bottom of my heart.
Those just continue to grow. They continue to spread.
Okay. I'm going to ask Brother Andre to close us out in the meditation health challenges. So I wanted to put that out there. So yay! A masterclass. I'm going to celebrate myself. I was celebrating everybody else in the month of February. Black women in the month of celebrate. So I'm celebrating myself today. The masterclass is on demand and leave a link in the description for you to access the masterclass, right? So that's first and foremost. 5 things to consider before utilizing essential oil for social work and counselors. Again, it's suited for beginners who want to utilize essential oils for everyday health challenges. So that's number 1. Masterclass is on demand. I have some upcoming events, y'all. You may have seen on the channel, if you haven't seen it, the interview I did with Renee Hughes of the Aroma Specialist. Well, she has a wonderful event coming up called the Herbs and Oils Experience. And it is designed for those who want to look into utilizing essential oils in many different ways. It is guaranteed to be a wonderful event, right? So stay tuned for more information about that, herbs and oils. And if you haven't seen that video where I'm talking with Renee Hughes about it, I encourage you to check that out. If you haven't seen, again, this is the month of March, Social Work Month. If you haven't seen the last video I did with my wonderful social work sister, us talking about our businesses, right? And social workers pivoting, so to speak, or becoming social workers, the CEOs, is one of my guests. Our guest's name is, or handle is, but yes, us, how we're showing up, right? And creating businesses utilizing our social work skills. So if you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to check that out as well on my channel. And there's some upcoming things too I'm excited about. My Aroma sisters and I are back on March 22nd. Check out the live tab and hit the notification bell to be notified when we go live. We're going to be talking about spring rejuvenation and what you can do during the spring utilizing aromatherapy. All right. And then some more. I anticipate another guest at the end of the month. We're going to, here again, I'm in social work, we share knowledge. So I'm going to drop some gems with you, hoping to have another guest we were talking about. I've had her on the channel before, so stay tuned for that. That should be coming at the end of March, hopefully March 29th, right? Where we're going to be talking about something that all of us could utilize, information for ourselves and or for your family or loved ones, particularly if you're here in the U.S. Won't share this title of it just yet. More information about it is forthcoming. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to today's discussion. I'm super excited to bring my sister back. I affectionately call her my BCV, where we're going to talk about things that is going to help us, I believe. So I've had her here on the show before. And the information that you'll find today is going to be invaluable. Trust me, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones. And if you're new here, I am Dani of Natural LID. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist, and I combine the two to bring us information to enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. That being said, I'm going to bring on my special guest, Valerie Soulful of Soulful Agency. Again, she has been here before, and we're going to bring her on and get all these nuggets of good information that is going to help us in our life, financially and emotionally. And without further ado, I'm going to bring on Valerie Soulful.
Hey!
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for agreeing to drop some nuggets here with us. Information you're going to provide today is truly going to be invaluable, I know, for someone. Okay. And with that being said, I'm going to ask you, I would normally introduce my guests, but you do it so eloquently. Could you tell us about yourself and why you are here today?
I'm Valerie Soulful. I'm the owner of the Soulful Agency. It's an insurance agency located in Flint, Michigan. Even though I'm located in Michigan, I'm actually licensed in 6 different states. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I really like to do is bring financial literacy to the masses. And so my website is southalinsuranceagency.com. You can get on the website and actually send me a message or even book a call with me.
All righty. Thank you for that intro. And that being said, you've guessed what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk about insurance and financial. We're going to touch in the realm of financial information for you to take for yourself again and for your loved ones. Okay. So thank you for that wonderful introduction. And we're going to get started. Let's see. So your experience and background in life insurance, right? And the audience is like, well, why are we talking about this? This is the month of March. This is the social work month. You heard me say that. If you watched any of my videos this month, and as social workers, we share wisdom. If there's some information that I can provide that I feel will be a benefit to you and your overall well-being or your loved ones, I'm here for it. And I absolutely have the pleasure of knowing Valerie Soulful and all that she knows. And let me tell you, she's a bucket of information. And just one of those pieces, or a couple of those pieces of information I want to share with you here today in hopes that it enlighten you, inspire you, and move you forward financially. Okay? So that being said, Valerie, you talked about you're a life insurance agent, and you've been so for how many years now again?
Over 30. I got my life insurance license in 1987. actually. And so I have been licensed a very long time. And
Wow.
so one of the things that I really like about life insurance is that it gives your family stability in case something happens. But life insurance is not just for life. It's not just for death, but it's also for life. And so, that is a very important thing. So one of the things that when we talk, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
One of the things we talk about is like how life insurance can protect loved ones from financial instability after the policyholder passes, right?
Right.
And a lot of times when the policyholder passes, especially if the policyholder is the major breadwinner, if they have life insurance can be used to pay off debt. It can be used to fund their funeral expenses. It can be used to, more importantly, it can be used to replace that income. Okay. I know last time we talked, one of the things that you find out is that a lot of times more people spend more time planning for their vacation than they do planning for any type of end of life issue that might come up, right? Mm-hmm. So
Friday night and welcome to the channel. I am Dani. Welcome to Natural LID. You've heard me mention many times I am a social worker and an aromatherapist if you watch any of my videos. And I enjoy sharing information that enhances our overall quality of life and well-being. So thank you for joining me tonight. This really was impromptu. This is the 5th Friday in June. The last time I went live, it was a 5th Friday, so I felt like I needed to do an update on a live show and also to share with you some upcoming information. So you're watching this in the future. Thank you, and thank you for all of those of you who have been on this journey with me. So I appreciate it. So I'm actually preparing for a event tomorrow, a party or a social gathering tomorrow, and I said, well, why be a good time to do a live and to share with you what's going on and some upcoming things that I'm preparing for, and to answer some questions that I have been asked casually or formally or informally. So I wanted to share those with you today or this evening or tonight. For those of you who are still up, it's about 10 something here in the US on Eastern Standard Time, and for my West Coast folks, this is not too I am going live here today. I'm out walking in nature. Let's see if I can see it. Can I turn my camera around so you can see? Probably not. But let's see. Oh, I can turn it around. Oh, awesome. Starting on this trail. I'm out here in nature, and I wanted to go live and start my walk, start my day, and share with you what's going on with me and just being grateful, Let's see if I can look around. Yay! I did it, y'all. Me and my technical skills. If you're new here, I am Dani. God bless you. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I am social worker and aromatherapist, and I enjoy sharing things to enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. So this Saturday morning, I decided to get up. I said, I'm going to go live and take them with me while I'm walking on this trail and see how that goes. Because me and my technical skills, y'all, I'm still working on it. If somebody had told me when I started this channel, you would have to be the lighting person, the audiographer, the photographer, the creator. I had not thought about it. All I had was a passion and a vision to share my social work background and aromatherapy background and just do the thing, right? But it has definitely been a journey. So I'm gonna show you the trail I'm getting ready to go down. And we're live, everybody. Good evening, beloveds, and welcome to this wonderful live session of Aroma Warriors. I am your host, none other than Dani. My co-host couldn't be with us today, Lee April Burton, but we're sending her love today, her and her family. And we have a wonderful guest, none other than Marissa Price, a fellow social worker and a fellow essential oil enthusiast, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. I've had her on my channel, and now we're doing it again. And thank you for gracing us with your presence again.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed the first time. I know we're going to enjoy it even better the second time around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
absolutely.
Marissa is here as a fellow social worker. If you've seen the last video we were talking about, I gave you a little bit about her background. She is a healer, an educator, and a business strategist, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful bio where she's dedicated to supporting and uplifting others in her journey to freedom and well-being. Okay, and she has a unique background in social work, mm-hmm. and a diverse background spanning from banking, entrepreneurship, and mental health advocacy. And to hear her full bio, which is beautifully, I had to click a link in the description. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this live. And sorry for the technical difficulties when we first started out. We trying, y'all. I am none other than your host, Dani, and today we have the very special privilege of having Ashley Pugh. And she's going to talk to us about using essential oils within her community. Welcome, Ashley. Thank you for being here, dear.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for agreeing to be here and get some good information today for the community that you serve, and hopefully can share how what I do can be a benefit to your community.
Absolutely.
So to get started, I'll give you a little bit of background. So Ashley is the CEO and founder of the ADHD Executive. She enjoys helping others, and it's not just a profession for her. She feels like it is her calling. She devotes a significant amount of time volunteering in her ministry, where she makes a meaningful difference in other people's lives. Ashley was late diagnosed with as a neurodivergent woman, and correct me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly.
Nope, you did great.
She embarked on a personal journey that has ignited a strong desire to support others facing similar challenges. Her professional background is rooted in financial services. Her creative side consists of a mix of interactive media, web design, and content creation, which affords her the opportunity to bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table, providing valuable resources to her clients. She is married to her wonderful husband, Dani, and they have two beautiful children together. Dani was also diagnosed late in life with neurodivergence, if I'm saying that correctly.
You are? Yep.
Together, they have two children, raising two neurodivergent children, right?
Absolutely.
Which helps her to deepen her empathy and understanding for that community. And she understanding her empathy for those with on the autistic spectrum as well. right? So I have you to explain that also, and their families. So again, welcome, Ashley.
Thank you.
And so you are the owner, just to recap a little bit, of the ADHD Executive. Could
Right.
you explain to exactly what that is and what prompted you to start that?
Well, the ADHD Executive is really a virtual assistant service. And I'll try to give you the shorter version of how it got started, because there are a few things.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome.
Wait a minute.
Technology. I've been diagnosed with a couple of different chronic illnesses or autoimmune diseases.
Okay.
And so I remember before I had my diagnosis of Crohn's disease, because that was one of them, the experience that I had when I was working. But also, I've been diagnosed with a couple of... There we go. It wasn't good. And I've been doing well lately, but I knew that if I ever went back into the workplace, into the workforce, I would need something that would be flexible. Because like I said, when I didn't know what was going on, it was hard. It was difficult. There were a lot of times when I would have to leave work or call in. And I didn't want to go through that again. So I, like a lot of us, I scrolled through Instagram, and I came across an Instagram page. And it was a young woman that I could relate to. She had an inflammatory bowel disease as well. And she talked about how being a virtual assistant has afforded her the opportunity to be able to work from home, even if she's not feeling her best. Even in the middle of a flare, she can work. Because another problem that faces a lot of people in this country, especially, is the fact that you might not be disabled enough to qualify for a disability, but sometimes you're not well enough to really function properly in a formal setting, in a formal workplace.
All righty. Good evening. Happy October 14th, 2023. Happy Saturday, beloveds. How are you? This is a impromptu live that I'm doing. Good evening. And let me happy October 14th. And let me mute this. How do I mute this? Here we go. So I wanted to get on here. I hadn't been live in a while. I would have went live on the fifth Friday in September, but I was preparing for my master class that happened on September 30th at 1 p.m. And for those of you who attended, I'd like to say thank you so very much. And those of you who signed up, you had good intentions of coming, but perhaps didn't make it, I appreciate that as well. I thoroughly enjoyed the process and enjoyed the master class. I'm looking forward to having more of them. And speaking of which, afterwards, I needed some much needed rest and to catch up on some things that I had, let go, like making my soaps and what have you. And that's what I was doing today. But also in between that time, I was resting. For those of you who don't know or who haven't seen, and happy Friday, happy good evening. Wonderful. I did it, y'all. StreamYard. You just don't know how excited I am. The very first live stream I did on StreamYard, my screen was black. So I am super excited. If you can see me, let me know in the chat. Good evening, y'all. Happy Friday. Hey, my Ashley. Well, wonderful VA. Good to see you. I'm super excited. I did it. Just telling everybody, my very first live stream on StreamYard, my video was black. And I left that video up there, y'all. Oh, awesome. Thank you for that. Yep. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. Yep, so like we're live now. Yay! Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Happy Thursday, November the 16th, 2023. And I am so excited to be here today. I have very distinguished guests. And for those who know me, Dani of Natural LID, and welcome. And I have a very distinguished guest, a wonderful aromatherapy colleague. And not only that, a natural medicine practitioner. Say hi, Dr. Sheila.
Hello. Hello, Dani. Hello, everyone.
Yes. So before we get started, I'm going to give a little bit of an intro and then we'll get right to it. Okay? So, tell you a little bit about Dr. Sheila. Dr. Sheila Johnson. She's known as Dr. Sheila, right? She has a doctorate in natural medicine, specializing in lifestyle wellness coaching. She has certifications in natural health and as an aroma care specialist who provides emotional support with essential oils, a woman after my own heart, right? For women with thyroid-related imbalances. How important is that? Dr. Sheila is a whole health supporter and enthusiastically dedicated to holistic health practices. She cherishes reading books, watching classic movies, pop trivia, and writing haiku poetry. Did I say that right? Haiku or haiku? Did I say it? Haiku. All right.
That's how you say it.
Yes. How wonderful. And then her heartfelt dedication revolves around aiding others in exploring their inner selves, y'all, and fostering their wellness through self-care routines. She provides guidance to assist others in discovering focus and clarity amidst their health challenges. Last but not least, Dr. Sheila embodies empathy as a thoughtful listener and serves as an inclusive educator for women, guiding them to prioritize comprehensive self-care for enhanced well-being. Oh, I have said a mouthful, and I just accolades to you for all of what you do and all that you have accomplished, right? And those that you help. Yeah, those that you help and you're here to serve with. So just to get started, bring up our comments here. We're going to start off, right? So you are I'm gonna start off by saying you have your PhD in natural medicine and you specialize in natural health life coaching. And you are a fellow aromatherapy colleague, right? You both enjoy the use of essential oils. Can you first start off telling me about we're going to get into all of that, but first, can you tell me about your natural health degree journey? More about that. How did you come to have a degree in natural medicine?
Well, I thank you for asking that, and I'm so happy to be here, Dani. Thank you for asking me to be on and inviting me to be on. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. First, I want to say this goes back, I know, a good maybe 20 years, how I got started in getting my degree. It all started just by taking a natural health course.
Okay.
A while back. I took a course, and it was for a weekend. And took it on a Friday, and it was over with. I received my certificate on that Saturday or Monday. It was a short course.
Okay.
And it was going to be a certification in natural health.
Okay.
Well, after I received, I'll say this, during my coursework, I had to do homework for the class.
Okay.
And the homework that I had to do, I had to actually interview a naturopathic doctor.
All righty. Good evening, everybody, and happy Friday. Happy December 2023. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I guarantee it will be a very wonderful and interesting conversation, and you would leave with a wonderful wealth of information. So today we're going to talk about the use of essential oils and nutrition for chronic illness with our special guest, Sean Every. I got that right. But before we begin, And if you're new here, I am Dani of Natural LID. I am a licensed social worker and an aromatherapist, and my mission is to simplify wellness with the use of essential oils. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know my mantra is let us learn, grow, and share together naturally. So join me. I invite you to join me in exploring the natural path to wellness by checking out my website, Aroma, Buds, and Blossoms, and I'll just put it right here at the bottom. And where I empower beginners and professionals with the benefits of using essential oils. All right. So thank you again for joining us. And I'm going to introduce, I guess, thank you very much, Sean Avery, for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Dani. It's a pleasure.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I'm super excited to share what you have to offer our audience today. And everybody, stay tuned, stay tuned. There will be free gifts at the end that you do not want to miss, okay? I guarantee you do not want to miss the free gifts at the end. So I'm going to introduce our special guest here. So joining us is Sean, affectionately known as the Oil Whisperer. I feel like that's so exotic name. I love it. She is a dedicated aromatherapist and natural wellness advocate from a charming town in Louisiana. For over 3 decades, she has shared a life of love and mutual support with her husband, embodying the very essence of partnership and understanding, while gaining victory and navigating chronic illness. And she does that utilizing essential oils and supplements. So again, welcome for being here. We're going to get right into our first question for this evening. I talked a little bit about your background. You're going to talk about chronic illness today. Sean, can you give us a glimpse into your personal journey and what inspired you to guide women in particular, right, with chronic illness towards relief and higher quality of life using essential oils?
Well, Dani, it was my personal journey.
Okay.
Dealing with chronic illness for the past almost 20 years now.
Wow. Okay.
That inspired me to move forward with helping others. So I actually had a diagnosis about 20 years ago of fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain disorder, and all of the symptoms that comes with that. It's very debilitating disease, where it left me in the bed, like bedridden and having to be taken care of.
Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy December the 8th, 2023. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to this live. We're Q&A live here, where I'm getting on and answering your burning questions that you may have about the use of essential oils. So if you're new here, I am Dani, and welcome to the channel, Natural LID, where I am a social worker and aromatherapist, and I talk about things related to enhancing our overall quality of life and well-being. So today's topic, we're going to talk about the use of essential oils in blends. I had a couple of interesting follow-ups to the lives that I did in November and in October. So first, I want to get into talking about essential oils in blends, okay? If you been here anytime, you know on this channel, I am talking about safety. Safety is always key with me. And I'm always mentioning about how to use essential oils, how to select them, be mindful. You can't just go picking up essential oils, right? and using them without knowing what you're doing, or at least consulting someone who's aware of the use of essential oils, right? In aroma specialist, aromatherapist, somebody knowledgeable with the background of using essential oils. So put this right here, and what prompted me to talk about this subject is one of my viewers, which I so thank her for. She sent me a post, and in the post, right, the post mentioned that there was a Instagrammer, can't think of his name right now, see if I can pull it up right quick. But he had a recipe for vapor rub where he's mixing it on Instagram. So, oh, how wonderful is that, right? So he's using shea butter. What else did he use? Coconut oil. And then he used 2 essential oils that I'm always mindful of when I'm talking to people about it, right? Alrighty. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to this wonderful panel discussion I've been so looking forward to for the past month. I'm excited to bring to you my Aroma sisters, as I call them, aroma specialists in this space in our own specialty. So those of you who are here, I thank you and I welcome you for being here. I welcome all of you who watch the replay. And if you like what you're hearing during this presentation, this panel discussion, make sure to give us a thumbs up and a like and comment and bring on your questions. And if you're new here, before we get started, I am Dani, also known as Natural LID. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist, and I'm married to simplify the use of aromatherapy for overall wellness for home users such as yourself, for beginners and or caring professionals, for social workers, counselors, etc., to utilize for ourselves and or to help our clients to complement the services that we provide. So, super excited about today's discussion. You're in for a treat. We're going to be talking about the use of essential oils from, again, everyday wellness to the use of essential oils with chronic conditions, and also if you're a caregiver for a person with chronic pain. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our esteemed guests, I call them my Aroma sisters. First off, we're going to start with, I'm going to bring to the stage Sean. Hey, Sean. Thank you for being here. To tell you a little bit about Sean, if traditional medicine has failed you, you want to hear from Sean today, y'all. She specializes in supporting women navigating chronic illness. She offers holistic alternatives to traditional medicine, guiding you towards a wellness journey. So thank you for being here, Sean. Next to the stage, we're going to bring Dr. Sheila. Woo-hoo. Hi, Dr. Sheila.
Hello.
Dr. Sheila, she helps women of all ages deal with thyroid-based conditions. She has a PhD in natural medicine. She focuses on natural health lifestyle coaching to go along with that, right? Particularly aiding women of all ages, right? And last but not least, we're going to bring to the stage my Lee April. Hi, Lee April. Lee April is a caregiver extraordinaire, okay? She is a dedicated giver to her son with sickle cell. She extends her expertise to help caregivers dealing with chronic pain. So you're going to join us today, ladies and gentlemen, to hear our stories, get inspired, receive some good tidbits, some good nuggets to transform your life out of the clutches of chronic illness and being a caregiver and just utilizing essential oils for your overall well-being. So welcome, ladies. I'm super excited to have you today.
Thank you so much, Dani. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So happy to be here.
Oh, well, thank you. This was a long time planning. We set the seed out, a little over 30 days ago, and we said, let's make it happen. And I love it.
Yes.
Love my Aroma sisters. I put out the call, and you guys answered. So I'm like, yes.
And I just want to say thank you for providing this opportunity, because it just brings us all together in the same space, and we get a chance to really talk to others and let them see what we're doing for the community. So this is a real privilege.
Oh, well, thank you. I thank y'all for saying yes to the call, right? Absolutely. So what we're going to do today, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to have this panel discussion, and I'll be asking you some questions of the panelists, and feel free to drop your questions in the chat, if you will. For those of you watching, and if you watch the replay later, for sure, make sure you can put your questions in the comments as well. So we're going to get started. So these are just introductory sort of questions to start us off with. And I'm going to start to my right, and to my very first right is Sean. So I'm going to ask you, what inspired you to delve into the aromatherapy and the use of essential oils? Like, you can share your personal story or a transformative experience or something like that.
Well, it was my personal experience with chronic illness that I developed about 20 years ago, where I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And for those who don't know, that is a chronic pain condition. And at the time, a lot was not known about it. So it was a struggle to get answers, to get assistance, to just be heard about it, you know. And I suffered for a long time before I finally found relief from natural medicine and from, you know, the use of essential oils, aromatherapy, and just looking at health and wellness from a holistic standpoint. And so that inspired me to want to help others, because I know that there are millions out there that are suffering. And just like I suffered. And they need a voice, they need to be heard, and they need options. So that's what I do. You know, I provide those options for individuals and help them to see that they can take charge of their health and that there's other things out there that can help them.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. And we are all here in this space and doing what we do to help others. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to start on my lower left. Miss Lee April Burton, you want to answer the same question, sweetheart? What inspired you to delve into the aromatherapy, essential oil wellness, and your story? Here. Hey, everybody. Good evening, beloveds. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday, happy January 5th, 2024. Happy New Year. I am super excited about tonight's live. If you're new here, you know I am. But if you're new here, you don't know. I am Dani of Natural LID, and tonight we're going to be talking about with a very special guest that I have. This is an impromptu live with a wonderful lady I met recently, talking about mindset coaching, and we're going to talk about aromatherapy. We're going to mesh the two and show you how we can help high pressure professionals, right, doing your thing each and every day with holistic modalities. So I welcome each and every one of you here. Again, Happy New Year. Those who watch the replay, thank you so very much for being here, and we're going to get started. All right. Again, I'm super excited about sharing our special guest tonight. And I think I started to say, or have already said, I'm Dani, a social worker and aromatherapist. And I'm on a mission to simplify wellness, y'all, to help with the use of essential oils and any and all holistic modalities that may be helpful. Because I always sprinkle a little bit of something in there, right? Be it about food or healthy lifestyle or something of the such. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on our special guest. While I introduce her first, she's absolutely wonderful. And I don't want to misstep about what she does and how she does it. And I'm sitting here looking for my notes, of course. You know what? I'm going to bring her to the stage. I'm going to introduce to you Miss Elsa Nelson. She is a wonderful holistic practitioner, and I just want you to hear it from. I'm going to read you a little bit about her intro, right? So Elsa Nelson, and her story unfolds in Eritrea. And correct me if I'm wrong when you come on stage, Elsa. to finding sanctuary in the USA, escaping the brutalities of war. She navigated through the foster care system until the age of 18, and she emerged as not a victim, but as a tenacious fighter. She's steadfast in refusing to be defined by adversity. A turning point came for her in 2013, where a job loss rendered her homeless. This pivotal moment ignited a passion for service and a determination to make a difference. Today, she offers a spectrum of wellness program meticulously tailored to address diverse challenges in the individual faces. Her philosophy centers on empowering everyone to carve their unique path to wellness. Recognizing the multi-dimensional nature of personal growth. And her volunteering has led her to what she does today. And she's known in circles as the go-to expert and holistic resource for mental health and overall wellness. So without further ado, I would like to bring Elsa Nelson to the stage. If everybody can help me to clap for her, y'all. Hi, Elsa. How are you, dear?
I'm well, Dani. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today.
Oh, it is my absolute pleasure to have you. It's so wonderful. And like I said in the intro, y'all, I recently just met this beautiful soul. Literally, right? But how long we've known each other?
Oh my God, it seems forever, but it's I guess because we've been going back and forth a lot. So, oh my goodness, has it been a week or
a week? A week, maybe a week or something like that.
Maybe something like that, yeah.
And so, but if anybody knows me, once I meet someone and we click and collaborate, it's on and popping. I don't need much time. It's like, okay, let's do this, right?
Yes.
So let's do an impromptu live. She's like, yes. So that's my girl.
Yeah.
We can do this. If you're willing to make it happen, I'm willing to be there. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. My pleasure. I want to say hi to our audience tonight. Hi, Black Women Build Well. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Oh, awesome. So we're going to get right into it. I said a little bit about your background. You want to elaborate on it a little bit about what you're doing today?
Yes, certainly. And thank you for that beautiful introduction. Oh my God. So, I'm Elsa, and I was born in Eritrea, and I came around at the age of 12 to the U.S., and my family, we fled war, etc. So here I am, right, with you guys. And so in terms of what I do is I specialize in mindset. Just being able to navigate through situation, considering coming from a different country, having to adjust different language, different culture, just the environment. Everything was just totally different for me.
Okay.
Like absolutely incredibly just different. In Africa, as many of you know, it's a different lifestyle. We have a different language, different culture, etc. When I arrived to the U.S., my mother was a single mom.
Okay.
And there was a lot of stress going on, and that was something new to me because where I was raised, everything was just chill and calm and easy pay, just easy peasy. And so it was just a lot trying to understand and trying to navigate through the system. And my mom became very abusive. Not that because she was a bad person, but it was just a lot of stress.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy January 12th, 2024. Welcome, beloved. If you can make it here tonight, I almost didn't. We're having a snow situation here in the Midwest, and went to go turn on my PC, and I was like, I don't have no internet. Okay, so plan B. Let me see if my phone will do it. I'll give it the good old, college try, and I'm here. I am here showing up in the middle of a snow situation, but I am so thankful that I have power. And let me stop and bless all those who may be going through something right now and have no power, in need of assistance. So I'm blessing the worlds of all of us in the Midwest, or anybody who's going through a storm situation. I almost didn't make it here, y'all. So if you're here, thank you for being here. Happy Friday. And those of you who are new, I am Dani, also known as Natural LID, a social worker and a certified aromatherapist. And I married the two to talk about overall health and well-being, right? So tonight, I wanted to get into a couple of things. I wanted to read you this wonderful testimony that I got. And I want to end the night with a 2024, projected blessing, if you will. Last week, if you didn't catch it, I did an impromptu live with a beautiful soulful Elsa, that we just felt like to start off the new year that would be a good thing to present. I wanted to present something wonderful. It was truly spontaneous. So if you haven't watched the video last week from Soulful Elsa, please check that out. We still have a contest, if you will, going. You still have time to get in your answers. See that video. Look in the description for the answers to the question. You can email us the answers to your questions. Let's see, at Dani and Elsa at gmail.com, and that information is scrolled across the screen on the video, but I just wanted to share that with you here. So check that out. You still have time to win, and what you win, I'll let you check that out as well. It's a virtual experience with me and Elsa that you don't want to miss. I wanted to share that with you. So if you haven't watched that, watch that. Again, happy 2024. This is my first live this 2024. This is my first Q&A, I should say. And I am going to get into a couple of things. I wanted to start off. It's always good to hear back from you, the audience, my community, about what has worked for you. Like something I presented, something that I said, something that, we may have consulted about, and it works. And I love that. So if you have any of my videos that you may have watched, right, that you have tried the essential oils or tried the tips, or if you're part of my newsletter, and if you're not, you can certainly welcome to join. And my website is at the bottom of my name tag here, Aroma Buds and Blossoms. But if you've tried anything that I have suggested, or the essential oils, I lovingly invite you to send me a comment. Let me know how it goes for you. Say yes, yay, nay. I love to hear from you. It's such a wonderful service. I have a passion for what I do and how I do it, right? Happy Friday. Happy MLK Day. All right. We are showing up here this Monday. I don't know where you are. It is cold here. Last temperature I checked, I don't know if it even reached 10 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Yesterday was minus something, so hopefully you're cozy where you are. Yes, and if you're new here, I am Dani, also known as Natural LID, social worker and aromatherapist, marrying the two to bring you the value and simplifying the use of aromatherapy and wonderful information to help our overall quality of life. And today we're back with our very special guest, Miss Elsa Nelson. Thank you for gracing the presence. If you didn't see last week's live, you missed a wonderful treat. So I encourage you all to watch that. We had a very intriguing, engaging conversation. So we're continuing the conversation. This is part 2, right? When we're showing up, and we know that we're bringing you value. And in today's topic, we're planned. We're going to talk about self-love, right? And you see the video title, A Holistic Approach to Professional Well-Being. We want to talk about that in a way that is help us to do some sort of self-introspection. Is that safe to say? Elsa?
I definitely think so. But here's what I think, Dani. So, sure, we certainly can talk about self-love and we can talk all the benefit it brings. But here's the question. Why bother? I think that's what I said in our call. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. Okay. And I say that because all our viewers, we all know what we should do, when we should do it, how we should, and why we need to do it.
Right.
But most people don't.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Good question. It's like pulling teeth.
What? Go ahead.
It'd be like pulling teeth sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, why is it like we know these things? Like, sure, we can sit here and talk about it, and we can use all types of words. We can use more softer, romantic words. We can use, we can express it just however way. But still, at the end of the day, it boils down to the individual. It's because we're not saying anything that you don't already know.
All right.
Honestly.
Okay.
Let's just be real, right?
Yeah.
So we've read it, we've studied it, etc. But the question, what I really want to talk about is, what story are we telling ourselves? What lies do we tell ourselves to kind of keep us in that lukewarm bath that just doesn't get us to move in the direction that we need to move?
Oh, you said that lukewarm bath. Okay.
Yeah, it's just too comfortable. Like, I know I need to do this, but there's a big but that comes behind it, right? It's like, what's that all about? Yeah. What do you think, Dani? What do you mean?
I do. What keeps us in our comfort, you know what it is? It's that comfort zone. I think it's a comfort zone. It's what you're used to. It's what you're familiar with. It's what you can rely on, you know?
Yeah.
And going beyond that, sometimes you feel like you're, you know, a fish out of water. Like, what am I doing? And how am I doing it? And then that can be a little scary. So I think that piece of it, when you don't have all the things you think you need to know.
Right. I think you hit it on the head. It's fear. It's like you said, you know, this is something that's comfortable for us. Here I am. At least I know this. Even though we know we're not fully happy. Well, after all, it's what I know. And changing, you know, to take a change, that's something new, unknown. So why bother going there? After all, I am comfortable here, even though I'm not fully happy. So I guess the question is that's like a mediocre life. You know what I mean? It's like, so do we become the best version of ourselves, or do we just continue to tell ourselves the same story? Same story of, and you know, it's interesting because there's been instances where I actually turned down clients, and let me tell you why. Some people are addicted to their stories.
Okay. Addicted to the story. Okay.
Absolutely. You know, some people are addicted to shopping, some people are addicted to smoking, drinking, whatever. And I'm not knocking any of the stuff. I mean, it's, you know, we all have a free will to do whatever we want.
Right.
But some people are addicted to that story, even though it doesn't serve them well, whether it's blame. You know, I can blame this person. It's their fault. Or it could be mother, father, brother, significant other, or, you know, mother who's no longer here or father who's no longer here. But they still hold on to that story.
Okay.
So it's like, why? So what's the story? What is your story? I'm curious to hear from some of our audiences. What story do you tell yourself? What is the story, the conversation that you have in your head as to why you can't do something, or why you won't allow yourself to go to the next level? What is preventing you? I guess that's more of a real question to me. Like I said, we can sit here and talk about, you know, self-love and do this and do that. Sure, of course, we can. But you already know that. I think the audience know that. You know, you guys are intelligent enough to know that. So the question is, if you're not living your life, your best life, what is hindering you?
All right. Happy February 1st. Happy Black History Month. Welcome everybody who may join us live or who watched the replay. We are certainly excited to bring you this presentation today, this Impromptu Live. We are celebrating brilliance in our community, and we'll just give out some love and some shout outs to some wonderful people that we either know personally or who we may follow, or who we feel like are influencers, creatives, and anyone in business who is at the forefront of bringing value and love and service to our community. So we're super excited about that today. I want to welcome my co-host today, Dr. Sheila.
Woo! Thank you, Dani.
So you inspired me, to do this. I said, we should do a shout out. She was like, oh yeah, absolutely. So in 2024, we are giving a shout out to 24 creatives, influencers, women in business, right, who are showing up and doing the thing, in the community, and just truly are inspiring and being a blessing to all those that they serve and those who watch. And we certainly couldn't highlight any and all people we wanted to. We'd be here all night, y'all.
Yes, all night long. And we know a lot of people.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So as we go along in no particular order, we just want you to know that if we miss some people, no worries. We're going to give you an opportunity to love on those individuals who you feel like should be recognized, right? It's right. Not just my party. It's not just our month, me and Dr. Sheila's, right? This is all of Black History and History Month in all of our communities. So we say thank you for watching and welcome. All right, Dr. Sheila.
All right.
So we're going to get started here. Let's say cue up who we're going to talk about. Go ahead. You want to say?
Yes, I want to say that if I mention someone's name and I'm not saying it right, or didn't say a lot of what you all do, please forgive me and charge to my head and not my heart. I love all of you that we're going to be mentioning tonight. And I just say to keep doing it, keep forging ahead and doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. I could not have said it better. And I'm so glad you said that. The same thing. Charge it to my head, not my heart. If I don't get all the things that you do and how fabulous you are, as I've been told, sisters, right? We missed something.
I love that. Sisters. Yeah, I love
sisters.
that.
Actually, a brother said that. And I was like, okay, shout out to Brother Andre Davis. I'll have him on the show this month. I'm planning to. And I said, I'm going to have to borrow that. Okay. So for all our sisters, we mean well, and we just want to shout you out and send you some love and give recognition to all that you do, right? And we see you. Yeah, I love it, right? We see you, and we know others see you, because sometimes it can feel like you might be unrecognized, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you simply know that some people are out there looking. Mm-hmm. Out there watching, out there recognizing, out there saluting you. They might even be quietly praising you for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
And some of these women are putting out content every day on Instagram, and they're thinking maybe no one is looking, no one is listening, but they are. We see you.
Absolutely. So you're an inspiration to us. Most definitely, I'm sure you're an inspiration to many. All right, so you ready to get started, Dr. Sheila?
Yes. Ready to get started.
Yes, ready to get started. So we're gonna start with number 1.
Ooh, the aroma specialist.
Yes, they're dear to both of us, right?
Yes, they are. This is founded. The owner and the founder is Renee Hughes. And yes, we have a special place in our heart, both of us, for Renee Hughes. She started the Aroma Specialist program. And what that is a certified aromatherapy school that she started. She's the first African-American woman to start the certified aromatherapy school. And she is the founder and the owner. And she's all about messaging. She has a Facebook group. the Messaging and Speaking Lab, where she speaks about the brand, your brand, and how to speak for your brand and to be the messenger for your brand.
Yes.
And so she's done so much. So she puts the two together, aromatherapy and business.
Yes.
And being the health coach, the business coach, or the holistic practitioner that you are.
Yes, absolutely. What she called a holistic champion. So she is truly a champion for what she does and how she shows up for us who participate in her program. So shout out to Renee Hughes.
Thank you, Renee.
and her team, most definitely, right?
Right, that's right. Can't forget her team.
Yes. And just so that you know, everybody, all the names that we're sharing with you right now, these are their Instagram handles. Everybody, happy Friday, happy February 2nd, 2024. Woohoo! And welcome to today's live. I have been so anticipating this series that is coming up. Black women making history out here on YouTube, on social media, as creators, as influencers, and in business, and all things wonderful as we are. So without further ado, I want to bring on my guest and for those of you who don't know me, I am Dani, social worker and aromatherapist, where I marry the two to help enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. So let's get right into it. Welcome all, welcome all. Now this guest hasn't been on the channel for I think about a year. And I'm super excited to have her back. Last time she was here, it was more of her. I'll let her explain. The last time she was in 2022. So let me introduce my wonderful and special guest, Sam. She is a solo mama of 3 beautiful children and an avid investor who reached Coast 5, also known as fully funded retirement. Woohoo! Who is preparing to move abroad in a few years. On her platform, Black Women Build Wealth, she talks about freedom, right? One way she has chosen to do so is by helping other Black women invest and protect their assets, which I find absolutely admirable, right? Who couldn't use help with that? And she also coaches women getting ready for solo parenting and also who is preparing to give birth abroad. So if you think about doing that, or you know somebody who is, most definitely share this video with them. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring on my Sam of Black Women Build Wealth. Woohoo! Got me selling. Woohoo! Got my little banner here. Look, I'm breaking it up. Oh, it's so nice to have you.
Hi, Dani. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, what an introduction. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
The honor is all mine, sweetheart. You are, anybody who's been on Black Women Build Wealth lately, you know she got some news coming up. I'll let her talk more about it this coming week. So I feel blessed, y'all, that she took the time on this Friday, her last Friday, to spend time with me and us. So I am super excited about this.
Me too.
Oh, goodness. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Last time you were here was in 2022, and it was more of you then. You were expecting your twins then.
Correct.
and getting ready to move or not move. You were going to another place for the winter, right? And now she's 2 less of her, but on the outside, right? I'm so thankful that you took this time to spend back, because you've been off for a year, right?
Yeah.
And you're getting ready to go back to the W word or the J word.
Yeah, the J-O-B.
The J-O-B next week. After being a year on mat leave.
Yeah.
And that, again, absolutely precious, and I appreciate you being here. So just to get started, for those of you who don't know, you may have seen her channel, but tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to create Black Women Build Wealth channel.
Well, Dani, again, thank you so much for having me on your channel, kicking off your series of Black women making history. Because I looked at the lineup and I felt humbled. I'm like, okay, that's honestly, it's great. So thank you so much for having me starting this series that I'm looking forward to as well for the month of February. So again, welcome everyone and happy Black History Month. My name is Mira. People call me Sam. I currently live in Ottawa, Canada. I'm originally from Benin, and I've been living in Canada for over close to 25 years now. So it's been a while that I've been in Canada. And so, as Dani mentioned, I am a solo mama of 3 beautiful kids, 4-year-old and 11-month-old twins. And after 12 months mat leave, I'm gearing up to go back to my job next week. And so I have the YouTube channel Black Women Build Wealth. I created that channel for Black women because I really want Black women to focus on building wealth. And the reason why, I think the first reason that comes to mind is really because growing up in the culture where I was raised.
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy beloveds. Happy Friday. Happy February 9th, 2024. We're so excited to have you here tonight with our esteemed guest, Elsa. And those of you who are new here, I am Dani, a social worker and aromatherapist, right? I use aromatherapy. And marrying the two to help our overall well-being and quality of life. So with that being said, this month's series, you may have seen in the live, I have a series of videos coming out this month. We had last Friday. If you didn't watch it, watch Sam, a Black Woman Build Wealth. We have a Black women making history, right? Making history of no matter how small, how grand, and everything in between. So I wanted to celebrate us and celebrate those who are out here in the community, just being wonderful and fabulous and showing up and being their authentic selves and what their true passions are. And with that being said, my esteemed guest today, she is not new to the channel. I've had her here a few times. And where she is all things resilience. Social well-being and resilience is my sister right here, Elsa Soulful Elsa. And just to give a brief introduction, Elsa is you're still enrolled, right, of the Robbins, what do you call it, Mandates training? Is that my saying?
Madonna's, yes. Intervention, Robin Madonna's training, RMT. Yes.
Yes. And that's where you dive deep into the realms of personal development and strategic intervention.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it touches on the nuances of human behavior and mastering the art of effective communication. She is all about creating positive change and unlocking our potential. And creating meaningfulness in society, whatever it is that you decide to do, right? Being your authentic self. So it is my absolute pleasure to bring Elsa here today to talk about that and to celebrate her and all that she does and showing up in the world. Woohoo!
Dani.
Dani. I thank you for being here tonight. I am celebrating you, my sister, and all that you and your tenure in this field, right? I think before you mentioned that you've been in this field for 30 years.
I was 17. Yeah, I started very early. Age 7 to be precise, actually, but it evolved. Yeah, I've been on this path for a very long time. But first, I just want to say, Dani, thank you. And I also want to honor you. You're such an amazing soul. And I love you. You're just such an incredible individual. And I've never, honestly, met anyone like you. We're just such easygoing, flowing. And I love the way we flow, the way we communicate. I just love everything about you. No resistance. It just makes it so much easier to build with you, to create with you, and to just bounce ideas off with you. And I'm just so so appreciative for you. And so therefore I honor you, my sister.
Oh, now she's trying to embarrass me now. She know I take compliments with true humility, because I'm just like, oh, thank you.
So true. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, and you know that.
I know. And I will say that about you. You are one of the more authentically honest people I have ever met. Exactly what's on your mind. And no holds barred, which I love that. You know?
I get me in trouble sometimes, but I'm okay with it, you know, because it's we sometimes you just have to be. I have to be me, you know. We have to be ourselves, and sometimes we have to, you know, rock the boat a little bit, you know, make it a little bit more interesting, give it a little bit of diversity, and you know, that kind of thing.
I understand. You say keep it spicy, keep it a variety, and it keeps people intrigued and interesting.
Exactly.
I thoroughly understand. So I'm a let the cat out the bag, so to speak. So we were preparing for tonight. I was like, okay, Elsa, what we're gonna talk about? I want to highlight, you know, Black Women Making History series. But Elsa is all about helping. Okay, she is all about helping. It's not about her. She enjoys what she does and how she does it. But more or less, if I could say it in a way, more or less limelight on you, but on what you can offer and what you can see in other people, the potential. Right. Happy Saturday. Happy February 10th, 2024. Welcome, beloveds. Thank you for being here. For those who are here now and those who will watch the replay, can I tell you that I have been waiting to do this for a while? I have been waiting to do this for a while, and long and behold, what I've known that I needed to do this in order to honor our next guest today. I feel like she don't need no introduction, y'all. But she does. She is deserving of an introduction. In my Black Women Making History series this month. And if you're new here, I'm Dani, Natural LID, where I am a social worker and aromatherapist, and I married the two in order to help our overall quality of life and well-being. So that being said, without further ado, I am super excited to introduce our special guest. I must want to call you Queen Stephanie.
I'll take it.
Okay. Queen Stephanie. And those of you who don't know her, right? I feel like perhaps you may be living up under a rock. But she truly, in our community, truly a wonderful lady who is, you know anything about her background on her channel, Stephanie Perry and Stephanie Perry Media and Exodus Summit, right? She is a year-round house sitter and creator of House Sitter School, and she helps Black women embrace ease by taking a career break, traveling long-term, and moving abroad. So without further ado, I thank you and welcome Miss Stephanie Perry, our honoree for today.
Hey, I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Dee. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I cannot tell you, I was talking to Stephanie before we came on live, right? And I was sharing with her, she is the reason I got started in this YouTube journey. I took your 5-day YouTube challenge in 2022 in April and was like, it's either now or never.
Yes.
And I'm going to jump. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Can I tell you, I'm an introvert. And then I was like, that's all right. And from Monday, I didn't know what I was doing. By Friday, I looked up, y'all, and I was like, uh-oh.
You almost around the start of the YouTube channel.
Exactly. That's how I felt. And to be honest, I sort of kept it on the DL.
Yeah, I love it.
In the beginning, thinking, okay, I don't want nobody to know. I'm like, well, why did you create a channel in the first place if you don't want nobody to know? So
a lot of people do that. It's because of, fear of judgment. Black women in particular, and people in general, don't have a lot of history of being in places where you're allowed to fail, where you're allowed to mess up, where you're allowed to learn and practice. And so a lot of people want to hide and not tell people that their thing exists. But the growth, the community, the joy happens when you share, when you tell people this thing is out in the world, it's a thing I'm doing, it's important to me. That's where the good stuff is. So I'm so glad that you stopped hiding under a bushel, hiding your light. I'm glad.
Thank you. Came out of that comfort zone. And then this funny thing, once I started sharing it with people, I was like, what? Okay, But it took me, to be honest, it probably took me a good solid year before I became comfortable sharing it in casual conversation. People interested in either YouTube or something that I offer. I'm like, well, I have a video about that, and you can watch it here, and now it's commonplace. I don't feel uncomfortable, but I can't say I'm hiding from my employer. So
okay. Yeah, it does get easier and easier.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for the community that you created. Some beautiful people I have met and still keep in contact with. Hope to, meet more, as I get to traveling, and just super thankful. From Black to Legacy is another one that I've met. YouTube sister. Colette Elizabeth is another YouTube sister. We started at the same time as well. So
the same challenge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The exact same challenge. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm gonna get to it. I have some questions, but we can go to the left to the right with these, but yes, absolutely.
Get my shirt on the screen. Okay, yeah, we just got to talk. Yeah, let's get our stuff up here.
My black and proud, I'm a little short, y'all, so.
Yes.
So, but I mentioned in your introduction that you're a consider you're a pioneer in house sitting, right? At least for our community. It might be new to some folks in other communities, but for us, it's a pioneer. And can you share how you're pioneering or making history in the realm of house sitting? Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy February the 12th, 2024. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us now or if you're joining us on the replay, I'm super excited tonight, and we know it is late. I promise you it's going to be well worth your time to watch this either now or on the replay, as I bring two special guests here tonight. One who has been with us before, and a new soul who has not been on this channel but super excited to collaborate with tonight. If you're new here, I am Dani, social worker and aromatherapist, where I marry the two to help our overall well-being and quality of life. And in this month, we're celebrating all things Black History Month and celebrating beautiful souls who are showing up and doing things that are amazing for our community. And these two souls are no different. I look so forward to this collaboration, and I know you will too. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up on the stage, first and foremost, my sister who's been here before, Miss Elsa. I believe she needs no introductions. You've seen a couple of videos where we've collaborated together. But just to give you a little bit of her background, she is a visionary leader in resilience coaching, where she exemplifies excellence and has set new standards for success. Her journey, her personal journey, is a source of inspiration for aspiring trailblazers. You'll have a chance to check out her bio. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Elsa to the stage to help me welcome today's guest. Woohoo! Elsa, welcome for being here, sweetheart.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you for this warm introduction. I'm excited to be here tonight. Yep.
So wonderful to have you back, and thank you for gracing us with your presence in this late hour.
Late hour indeed.
But it's gonna be well worth it, everybody. Well worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you for coming back again. And I Want to bring on our brother here, our spiritual, wonderful brother, Andre, who I so graciously met through Elsa, right? And it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know him. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll get to know this beautiful soul as well. I think you'll agree. And with tonight's, I'm not going to say presentation, if you will, is definitely worth your time getting to know Brother Andre. And before I bring him on the stage, I want to read a little bit of his bio, y'all. And I had it in front of me. Okay. Let's see. He is the founder of Akashic Living. Ooh, you know anything about that? You should get excited right there. And he's a founder of Akashic Living, a meditation and personal development company. Okay. As a leader, he's deeply committed to guiding and supporting individuals on their journey of self-love and inner transformation. In 2011, he took a personal awakening, began with exploration of Eastern spiritual disciplines, including meditation, ancient wisdom, teachings, I'm going to say it right, Reiki, yoga, and Qigong. I think I got that one right. His quest took him across the United States and abroad, where he studied under esteemed spiritual leaders such as Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, Deepak Chopra, one of my favorites, and Mary Morrissey, and many others. He is a certified chakra meditation instructor and a graduate of Myrna Brine School of Mindfulness. Ooh, we love us some mindfulness. He is also the host of Akashic Living podcast, right? Where he has lighthearted conversations about meditation and consciousness. And his educational pursuits include business administration, master's in business administration and healthcare management. And last but not least, he has over 2 decades of experience in leadership roles within Fortune 500 companies across technology, healthcare, and insurance sectors. I've said a mouthful, y'all. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on Brother Andre. Woohoo! Thank you for being here.
Peace and blessings, Dani. Peace and blessings, Elsa. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes. Oh, good. Let me turn off my YouTube thing in the background. It's funny. Okay. All righty. It's such a pleasure to have you both tonight, gracing us with your presence and given Andre's extensive meditation experience and background, we thought we would lead with whatever you want to lead us into. I'll let you take it away from here. What you want to lead us into?
Hey, you know what? So I look at this as a soulful conversation, right? So nourishing for the soul. And you know, in our community before we eat, we always say grace, right? So I find it kind of fitting to just start with a word of prayer to allow us to come into alignment and to affirm, you know, the truth of this conversation, the truth of each and every one of us, and the truth of who we are as divine beings. So if you don't mind, I'd rather we just move into a sense of gratitude. We softly close our eyes and move into a space of gratitude. Gratitude for simply being. Gratitude for being alive.
All right, everybody. Happy Friday, beloveds, and welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you who are in the chat or who will be joining us tonight in the audience. I am super excited. Again, happy Friday. Happy February 23rd, 2024. Let me cue up my music here as we go along. I am excited about my guest today. A fellow social worker. She's not new to this channel, but I just so adore her. And I look forward to our conversation tonight. And feel free to join in the conversation with us, right? So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my guest, but I'm going to introduce her first, her proper introduction, as we're celebrating Black History Month, and I am celebrating Black women who are making history, and this wonderful sister is no exception. We want to salute her and give her flowers today and hear how wonderful and what she's doing in our community. And if you're new here, I am Dani. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist where I marry the two, right? To bring you information to enhance our overall quality of life and well-being. So again, welcome everybody. Say hello in the chat when you get here. So excited to see you. So getting to our guest, Miss Marissa Price, MSW, is a multi-passionate social worker dedicated to supporting Black women on their journey to freedom and well-being. With her unique background spanning from banking and mental health advocacy, right? Having recently exited a toxic job in economic development. She now assists Black women with building digital businesses and healing from toxic work environments and systematic oppression. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring on, as we celebrate this day, our wonderful sister Marissa Price. Yay! Welcome!
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome, my sister. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I am honored. I just had to say that. I am honored when I saw this request come through. So thank you so much.
Oh, it is my absolute pleasure. It is my honor, sister, to have you on and just to know you, right? Like I mentioned, you're a fellow social worker, and I'm super excited when I first saw you. I don't know whose platform I saw you on. I want to say it was Dr. Kamani's platform. I was like, a fellow social work sister. We got to connect.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
In this space, and I'm just so excited to honor you and talk to you tonight about what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Which is unique, which I haven't seen it. I don't know how many of you have seen it, right? That you're helping Black women. We'll get into that. To pivot from the work environment into your own business virtually, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Which leads me, I'm going to get into the discussion tonight. So, can you share more about your journey as a multi-passionate social worker and how, like, your background in banking and mental health advocacy, like we mentioned, has shaped your approach to supporting Black women?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this question, and actually, it reminded me of where I started. So in college, I majored in finance and African American studies.
Okay.
So I have like a basis in understanding Black history, right? Understanding our roots in a U.S. context. So I brought that with me into banking, and I worked at the Federal Reserve Bank as a financial analyst, and I transitioned to more of like the community development side of things. And the Fed had put out a report on Black women business owners. I think it's called Black Women Business Startups, but it was like a comprehensive research report on the unique challenges and strengths as well, like coming from the social work field, strength space is very important, that Black women entrepreneurs face. And so I read this report, I was very inspired by it, ended up getting like transitioning into the community development realm of banking. And that was really the impetus for my transition. And then while I was in social work school, right, concentrating in economic development, I had a chance to intern back at the Federal Reserve, and I was doing research on Black women entrepreneurs, specifically micro business owners, which is entrepreneurs who have less than 10 employees. So I was doing research on like policies that could be helpful for micro business owners, specifically Black women. So that is the background that I have, really kind of meshing Black studies, Black history, incorporating it into finance, right? Bringing my finance skills that I accumulated in the banking field, and really creating my own business.
All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, beloved. Happy February 26, 2024. I thank you for joining us tonight. I am super excited as we bring on our guest for tonight. Oh, I started this series. If you're new here, I am Dani. I am a social worker and an aromatherapist, and I enjoy marrying the two to bring you information to enhance your overall quality of life and well-being. And I started this month of February with the Black History Month, Black Women Making History series, right? I started off the month talking about wealth, right? But Black women build wealth. And I'm rounding out the month with our special guest tonight, Sandra from Lack to Legacy. And I couldn't be more excited. And before we get started, I'm going to cue up my music here. Got to have me some music, y'all. Alrighty. I'm going to bring her on. I'm going to introduce her. So introducing Sandra from Lack to Legacy. She is the dynamic force behind From Lack to Legacy YouTube channel, where she brings you all things abundance, investment, and mindset. As the driving force behind the platform, Sandra invites you to join a vibrant learning community that delves into live options trading. Woohoo! Live options trading, financial literacy, and she explores the realm of travel and lifestyle. With a passion for empowering others to build legacy of prosperity, all right? Sandra is dedicated to creating an exclusive space where the journey from lack to legacy is not just a transformation, but a shared experience towards financial empowerment and a mindset of abundance. So I cannot be more excited about bringing Miss Sandra on as our lady of the day. Miss Sandra from Lack to Legacy.
Woo! Thank you for having me, Dani. And after that intro, girl, I feel like, wait a minute, I have to live up to that introduction. Nobody does it better. Shannon Sharp ain't got nothing on you, sis.
Are you so sweet? I thank you for being
here. I see it for you.
You are so kind. I thank you, my sister, for being here tonight, for gracing us with your presence. Like I mentioned, I started this series talking about building wealth, and I'm rounding it out about building and setting a legacy, right? Yeah. In this month, right? All right.
Thank you for having me, Dani. It is such a pleasure. I saw the esteemed guests that you had on before me, and so many of those ladies are my friends. So it's just good to be in good company.
Amen. I know that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I thank you. You're all the way. Where are you at now, Sandra?
I'm in Malaysia now, so I'll be here for a little bit, and it's beautiful. If you get the chance, put it on your bucket list. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. The standard of living, oh my goodness.
All right. So I thank you, because you're up it's 8. What time is it there?
Actually, Dani, I've moved time zones. It would have been a little earlier if I was still in Thailand, but this is respectable. It's 9 a.m. I was up. I had my coffee, so I'm ready for it today. It's about 9 a.m.
Yes, she was. I ain't ashamed to say she beat me backstage, y'all. My milestone. She was on it.
We can't be late for the money.
No, that's right. I was like, oh, yes, here. Okay. Oh, awesome. We're going to get right into it, because I know you got to be making moves today. So I thank you for your time. So on the topic of empowering Black women in investing, right? Your mission is to ensure Black women are not left out. What inspired you to take on this crucial initiative, and how do you see it impact the financial landscape for Black women?
Yeah, well, Dani, most of this is an outgrowth of my own lived experience. Okay. I am every woman that shows up in that chat. Okay. I had a family, I had a career, I had a home. I had all those things that, the society tells us makes us successful. I had the 2.5 kids exactly, the 1 boy, the 1 girl, the 2 college degrees. I did everything they told me to do. Right. Absolutely by the plan, except for one thing. The one thing that they neglect to really, everybody tells you to get a job. Everybody will tell you, go get a college degree, get married, you want to build a team, all that. But Dani, what I found lacking was that kind of enthusiasm for investing. No. Now, I was aware of this because I was married to a money man, and I was listening but I wasn't implementing. I was a spender. He was a saver, I was a spender. So you know how that wound up.
I'm a life coach, and I am the founder of Look Into Your Life, which is a coaching service for Black women who might be feeling stressed, stuck, and burnt out, and need some help with embracing themselves and prioritizing their needs and their well-being. My background is in clinical social work, and it is trauma focused.
All right. Next.
All right, I'll jump in. Hi, everybody. My name's Courtney Franklin. I am a social worker from Philadelphia. I've been in the social work field for about 15 years. And it's been primarily medical and clinical social work. Right now, I am doing clinical social work for an insurance company in Philadelphia. And I am the founder of Social Worker to CEO. It's a program and a coaching company where I help social workers transition into coaching and consulting practices. And thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Glad you're here. Next.
Awesome. I can go next. So my name is Dani as well. And I have my bachelor's and master's in social work. I have a background in child welfare, in adoptions, in youth and family therapy. And I am also in a doula training program, so soon to be a doula. I'm very honored to be a part of this panel, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Angela?
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. My name's Angela Kanu. I'm a social worker originally from London, and I've been a social worker for coming close to 30 years, working primarily in adult mental health, and then I spent 2 decades working in children and families, so right from adoption to policy to government work. And at the moment, I am an emotional well-being coach, so wanting to use all of my social work skills to kind of help people understand their emotional literacy and landscapes. And I'm currently working as a emotional well-being coach, and I really am about helping particularly Black women around understanding the impacts of trauma, what that does to our life story, and also when we want to make major life transitions, what are some of the things in our story that may be, impacting us as a background operating system. I also work with Black women who are wanting to move abroad and really working around the emotional journey, because we can all do Airbnb and we can all book flights, but it's what happens when you get there. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you. You want to go, Marissa?
Yeah, I realized I did not introduce myself. Yes, I am Marissa Price. I am a social worker, also founder of Free Black Woman Virtual Solutions, assisting Black women, digital entrepreneurs with creating and building online businesses, doing technical assistance and stuff like that. And yeah, also co-hosted a workshop with Angela on healing from childhood attachment wounds. So kind of tapping back into my social work skill set as I heal from a toxic job experience. So yeah, glad to be here, and thank y'all so much for being here too. Yes.
Yes, awesome. Thank you for introducing yourselves. And last but not least, I am Dani, also known as Natural LID. I am a social worker of 20 plus years, working with individuals and families in the government sector, right? It has been a privilege and a challenge, and I'm, still doing it. But Courtney's laughing. She understands what I'm talking about, right? And I have taken what I've learned as a social worker, right? And being an aromatherapist, because I am a certified aromatherapist, and I'm married to two, and I have a YouTube channel, Natural LID here, where I'm married to the two passions that I have to help people with their overall quality of life and well-being. So I thank you all again for being here. And our audience, thank you all. I think we have some people in the chat. I don't know, a child free with Mimi. Thank you, Deshaun Burns. Thank you for being here in our Fayette Holland.
Yeah.
Pardon if I mispronounce your name, and Lola Sunshine. Thank you for being here, ladies. We appreciate you. So we're going to get started. I'm going to hand it off to you, Marissa.
Yeah, so I'd love to know for the first official question, what motivated you all to pursue entrepreneurship as a social worker? And I guess I can get started. I'm just kind of building off what I just shared, being in a toxic job. That was kind of the motivation for me to have to pursue entrepreneurship, because I wasn't ready to enter another job experience, although I did, and it was toxic again, which kind of speaks to like the systemic issues within the field of social work and economic development, which is the part of the field that I was in. But kind of feeling called to create something that was not toxic, and that allowed me to use my skill set of economic development, community building, and also technical assistance, and kind of incorporate all of those, creating like a really stress-free, that's what I try to create my business as, laid back, a place where you can ask questions. That's kind of one of the values of the community that I created, just sharing knowledge and resources. So yeah, that's why it kind of led me to pursue entrepreneurship, but I would love to hear from y'all. What led you down that path?
Yeah. Jump right in.
Yeah.
I can go next. Yeah, so for me, when I think about entrepreneurship, I think about the phrase each one teach one. And entrepreneurship is an amazing way to utilize leadership skills and spread resources and knowledge, right? So when I think about, like what Marissa said, toxic workplaces and jobs, I've experienced that as well. And if anything, I've learned to use those experiences as like my fuel to build my own, right? So I think about, if you don't like what's going on, build your own, right? Instead of waiting around for someone else to do it for us, how about we utilize our resources and each other within our community to create something that's for us, by us. So that's what I think about with entrepreneurship. And with my doula training, I, like Dani, would love to marry those passions of collecting resources and making people, professionals, access to different, even organizations, accessible to our community, right? When we think about wellness, sometimes basic needs comes to mind, but what about things that make us feel good? What about things that allow us to connect with self? I think all of that is what a social worker is able to do.
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Happy Friday. Happy March 22nd, 2024. Today, I'm going to turn off my phone here. All right. So again, happy Friday. Happy March 22nd, 2024. We're here. I'm super excited to have my Aroma sisters back. We are back doing the springtime in aromatherapy, and we are super excited to be here. So I'm going to bring them on stage. First, we have our Dr. Sheila. Woohoo! Welcome, Dr. Sheila, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Yes. Next, we have Sean. Yay!
Hello.
And last but not least, my April Burton. Yay! Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
I'm so excited to have us Aroma Sisters back. Yes, we are officially coining ourselves the Aroma Sisters, y'all. And we were here back in December, and we got such a warm reception. We want to come back and bring you some more of seasonal aromatherapy and how it can help you, right? So, springtime bring on its own set of concerns, right? We were here in the wintertime talking about the use of aromatherapy. Now we're going to talk specifically about the springtime and what you can do with essential oils and the use of aromatherapy for the springtime for overall wellness, okay? And we obviously, there are many essential oils, and we typically will rotate them based on our needs, and seasonal aromatherapy is no different. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking to you about that. what essential oils and within our specialties that we can utilize them for to help us, right? So to get started, we can just go around the room and we talk about, our individual things that we want to talk about today. Let me cue up what I wanted to cue up here and get our ambiance going. All right, hopefully that's not too loud. All righty. And I see the comments. Oh, hi, H&D Bar. Good evening, sis. Case Mobile Notaries in the house. Let me pop up on the screen like I know what I'm doing. There you go. Hi. We have Case Mobile Notary. Happy Friday. And the H&D abroad. Yes, battling allergies and asthma is in the U.S. South. Please help. Oh, in the U.S. South. Ooh, yes. So you understand about that, right? Who is it? I think, Sean, you're in the South, right?
Me too.
So you know what? We're going to start with that. That can start us off. Sean, could you share with us a little bit about your background, and what can you share with us today? What do you want to share with us today about springtime and answering this cry for help, right?
Yes.
What we came to talk about today.
Well, hello, everyone. I am Sean, but I'm affectionately known as the Oil Whisperer. And I do live here in Louisiana, where the pollen and the allergies, the sinuses are at an all-time high. So I understand. I've actually been doing this, serving and helping people to find balance and wellness through natural means. And my company, Whispering Wellness Aromatics, we focus on supporting women who are dealing with the challenges of chronic illness, namely fibromyalgia. Because I know firsthand how frustrating it can be and how alone you can feel. So I step in and I help women to take charge of their health. And with my foundation in aromatherapy and just being committed to holistic health, so I offer alternative ways so that they can embrace that wellness that resonates not just with the body, but with the mind as well. So what I'm going to be talking about is, with the change of seasons, that is with these chronic conditions, how we can utilize aromatherapy for better wellness. And we're coming out of the winter blues, and everything is blooming and blossoming. So that's where that rejuvenation of that energy of spring can wash away those shadows of the winter and bring in a sense of renewal to our lives, right? Spring can actually make us feel amazing. But when it comes to those drastic changes in temperature, pollen, allergens in the air, and let's not leave out those, the time just changed. So we have to deal with adjustments to daylight savings time. So it affects us physically and mentally, right? And so what I do is promote the safe usage of essential oils for allergy symptoms, to alleviate allergy symptoms, and also just helping to boost the immune system, because we know that is involved with the allergies, and just enhancing the mood, right? And so I feel like that is very important to be safe with our usage of aromatherapy, and also consult with a professional, right? We know that's very important. So that's where I come in at, and make suggestions for individuals who are dealing with chronic illness. So that's one thing, dealing with the chronic illness.
We are live. Here we go. Peace and blessings, soul family, back again. Yes, back again with another. And I know I say it every time. But I mean it. I mean it every single time. We got a special guest today. She is absolutely fantastic. Before I get into the introduction, just want to set up what we'll talk about today. Talking about wellness. We're going to talk about well-being. We're going to talk about natural ways of self-care, of taking care of ourselves. It's so important. And I know you got to excuse me. I got a little bit of a sore throat, little hoarse because I was out coaching today. So I need to get some self-care for my voice. But I'm so blessed for this opportunity to talk to our sister, Dani. If you are not familiar with her, she is a licensed social worker, a certified aromatherapist. She's a lifestyle coach and a published author. She humbly dubs herself the Natural Ally D because she's an ally in our world of building true wellness with simplicity. You can catch her on YouTube at Natural Ally D. And she has a wonderful personal mantra that I absolutely love that says, let us continue to learn, grow, share together naturally. My sister, Dani, peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for joining this conversation today.
Oh, thank you for having me. All right, Brother Andre. Yes, thank you. Happy Saturday to everyone. Let's you say peace and blessings. Yeah.
Absolutely. I appreciate you so much. You know, what prompted this conversation for me to reach out to you was, I remember one day I was in the house and I kept smelling these aromas, these perfumes from my daughter. Now my daughter, she's hitting that preteen age. And so I see she likes to go out to the stores, Sephora and also cosmetic stores. And she's getting interested in different types of, beauty products. Uh-huh. And so I'm smelling all this stuff and I'm like, this can't be all good. Like there's some things that are making my eyes water or, having just different feelings. Like, let's evaluate this. Let's figure out what's going on, because I know she's young and she's getting exposed to all these different toxins, but also influence, right? Whether being, online or, social media and different products that she watches other influencers use. And so it's like, let me reach out to somebody in my network and see what they can educate me on so I can help her out in terms of having a more holistic or more a natural approach. Just maybe say perhaps we don't go to perhaps we try an essential oil, or perhaps we try a different way. So I'm appreciative of you for being here to help educate me and hopefully the audience as well on more natural ways of tapping into that beauty that we all have. So thank you for that.
Yeah, again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I guess a good way to get started is, what prompted you, or how did you begin your journey in terms of becoming an aromatherapist? And then also, I guess, the benefits of, aromatherapy that it's had on you.
Oh, wow. How far you want me to go back? How much time you got?
Hey, let's go. We here for it.
And so, good question. So my health journey started, and I've told this story many times, actually, when I was younger, right? Because growing up, I had health challenges with asthma and eczema, okay. Which I was in and out of ER, emergency room, with changes of the season, something I ate, it was, and back then, my parents wasn't necessarily into natural health, the modalities. They did the best they could, take you to the doctor, and if you go to a dermatologist, they give you cream and tell you have a nice day.
Yep.
Then if you have asthma, those of you who know, they give you a nebulizer. That stuff have you all jumpy and nervous and carrying on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they send you home and you go home with a little inhaler. And so fast forward, I went away to school, had an asthmatic episode, and a nurse there told me, you need to get an allergy test. Never been told that in my life.
Okay.
Got an allergy test where they prick your back, and if you get if you have allergic reaction, you get this raised bump. So had the test and found out I was allergic to a number of foods.
Okay.
Then, from that, it prompted me to start going on this natural health journey. Did it happen right away? Absolutely not. I was in college, poor college student. You just ate what you could, right?
Yeah, right.
So, you know, fast forward some more, really started paying attention to what I eat and how I eat, and because I got tired. I just simply got tired. And I was in school, because anybody who knows me, I'm a professional student.
Lifelong learning. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Ran into a professor. I was having an issue, and I ran into a professor who introduced me to Dr. Wallet, who's a naturopathic doctor as well as a medical doctor. And from his platform, I was introduced to a certified aromatherapist and natural herbalist, or master herbalist.
Okay.
She was starting a school. Well, actually, she came to the Midwest even before I knew she was starting a school. And you know how you're on Facebook, you see stuff, and I saw her coming. I was like, oh, she's gonna be here in Michigan. So I had to make it my business to get to her. You know how something prompts you and says, you need to be there.
That's right.
I wasn't. Yes. I tell you, I was not feeling my best. I was not. But honey, I made a plan. I was like, okay, if this happens, I'm just going to get on the side of the road, because I was driving. It was like a 2-hour away in this little small town, little country farm town. I said, if this happened, I'm going to do this. If that happened, I'm going to do that. But I'm getting there. Got there, went there, and learned that I didn't know nothing about aromatherapy or essential oils. Okay. And I thought aromatherapy was like the plug-ins you get at the grocery store.
Right. The wall plug-ins, for sure.
And the aerosol spray. That's all I knew about aromatherapy.
Correct.
After the weekend retreat, she was having a school. I said, sign me up. Didn't know how I was going to pay for it, but I just was like, I need to do this. And here I am today. You know, I even started sharing about aromatherapy before I even graduated. I was like, hey, y'all, I'm good for sharing, right? And started sharing with my faith family, graduated, and here I am today. And jumped out here on social media sharing on YouTube about 2 years ago.